Hello, creative friends. Today is Monday, January 16th, 2023. So I'm still saying Happy New Year to everybody, so I'm going to say it to you too. Happy New Year. All right, let me check my technology here because I am a little bit new on doing Facebook Lives here on my page. So let me check some things out here. Okay, yeah, it looks like we're actually here. Let me just move this a little bit. Get some distractions out of the way. But I think that we're here and we're not upside down and we're not backwards. So that's good. That's an accomplishment. So I think we're going to stick with it. So if you're coming on this evening, be sure and comment and let me know that you're here and where you're watching from. I'm in Southern California, if you didn't already know that. Okay. So I really hadn't planned to come on, but today I was working on some things, and in January, you know, I'm trying to straighten some things up. Maybe you're doing that too. And so I don't like a lot of loose and random things lying around. So I'm trying to get a handle on all my stuff, and I'm doing pretty good. So I'm actually quite happy about that. But I was going to put this card together, and I thought, well, why not just turn on the ring light and the phone and just do it live for you guys. So if you happen to be on, you can watch it unfold as it's happening. So some of you may know that once a month, normally on the second Monday of the month, I host workshops at my house here. And we do one in the morning or one in the evening. And so last Monday were our monthly workshops. And at the workshops, we'll make a couple of projects. Sometimes a card, sometimes a card and some other little paper craft project, but always something fun. And this year, I'm trying something new where I am offering not only to make those two cards with you on that day, but also to send you home with a little kit of supplies where you can make a card yourself. You can use your own imagination and decide how you want to put your card together. So, and as I'm watching here, sometimes it looks like I'm freezing. So I'm not sure why. So if I'm freezing, I apologize. We have had some interesting weather, a lot of rain around here, so that might be interfering, but I am just going to carry on and we'll see what we can get done here. All right, so one of the things we did, as I was talking about our monthly workshops last Monday, is that I sent everybody home with these pieces and just said, make whatever you like, and then post a picture of it here. So I haven't seen yet what my guests have made, but I had some extras. And so I'm not going to let those go to waste. I want to make those into cards myself. And so I thought I would do one this evening. So let's do this. I already have an idea about what I want to do, and it's quite simple. So let's go ahead and get started. This is a piece of, I believe it's Mossy Meadow. Yes, this is Mossy Meadow cardstock, and it's 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches, and I have scored it at 4 1/4. So that means it's just scored so that I'll be able to fold it in half. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to use my bone folder here. Oops, if I don't drop it, I'm going to use my bone folder. And I'm going to run it along this crease here just to make it nice and smooth, very sharp crease. So that way my card wants to stay closed and is not trying to flip open all the time while I'm trying to work on it. So we've done that. Let's think about what we want to do here. So this piece is from a package of designer series paper. It's called Dainty Flowers, and it is a pack of paper that you can earn for free during this month, January, and next month, February, whenever you purchase $50 in products. So there are many things you can choose from. So this pack of paper is one of them, and the pack of paper is really beautiful. This side has a fresh freesia color with polka dots on it. Can you see the polka dots? Let me hold it up a little higher. And then on the back side, let's turn that around. The back side has these beautiful leaves and green stems here. So that's really pretty too. And I don't know if the lighting can pick this up, but the background is a really light green too. It's not white, it's light green. So we have that. Then we have this piece of paper from the same pack. Oh, and I don't think I said, this piece of paper it's 4 inches by 6 inches. That's what I gave each person. And that amounts to, let's see, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1/6 of a piece of designer series paper, because the paper is 12 by 12. So that piece, and then I also cut out one of these for each person. And so same pack of paper, different page, different sheet, so it's got different design on it. This, and then on the back is this really pretty kind of watercolor background and a splatter. So very cute. I love that. I think I am going to take advantage of this beautiful, it's kind of like a wreath, I guess, of flowers and greenery. And I do favor this color, this fresh freesia color. So I want to have that showing as well. So I need to cut this because I would like to put it on here and have a little margin around the edges so you can see the Mossy Meadow. But obviously it's too long, right? It's over the edge there. So let me grab my ruler. Here it is. I was like looking around my table trying to find it. This, once it's folded, this is 4 1/4 and 5 1/2, right? And 5 1/2. So I want a 1/4 inch total smaller of this piece. So if this is 4 1/4, I want this to be 4 inches wide. And we're lucky there, it is 4 inches. That's how I happen to cut it. Now, this we said was 5 1/2. And so I want this piece to be 5 1/4. So I'll have a little bit of margin. And 5 1/4 means I'm going to need to cut it right about here. Okay, so I have my paper cutter here. Let me move these things to the side. And oh, did I show you these? I also gave everybody these little punched out pieces of cardstock, a little white one and a little fresh freesia one. Okay, so this, we want to do it 5 1/4. Let me turn this around because I like to look at it this way. And so along the top here, I want to make sure I'm still in the frame. Yes. So along the top here is the ruler. And here's 5. There's 5 1/4. So I'm going to put this right at 5 1/4. Put this arm down. And then I'm going to slide my cutter right through it like that. 5 1/4. So let's see now if that is going to fit on our card like we want it to. There we go. So we have a little border all the way around. That's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. And then we have this little piece left over, and we're not going to let that go to waste. We're going to use that for something else in just a minute. All right, this now we want to have a border. We want to be able to see a border of this fresh freesia. And so this, it's the same width, all right? So that's not going to work. I don't want it to be the same width. Let's go with a 1/4 inch smaller, just like we did a 1/4 inch. This is a 1/4 inch smaller than that. All right, so this, bring my paper cutter again. So if this were 4 inches wide, we want this to be 3 3/4 inches wide, okay? 3 3/4 inches. And because this is kind of centered on here, I don't want to take that 1/4 inch off just one side, right? Because then this wouldn't be centered. So I want to take a total of a 1/4 inch, half of that amount off of each side. All right, so that means we're going to take 1/8 of an inch off this side. So let me bring it right up here to get 1/8 of an inch. Here we go. And then 1/8 of an inch off this side. And I'm measuring over here on this side of the cutter. Okay, let's do that. And let's see how that looks on our piece as far as the width goes. And that looks like that's going to work. That's going to be great. And then let's just measure. This was, whoops, excuse me. Let's do this one first. This was 5 1/4. There we go. That was 5 1/4. So this we want to be 5 inches. And it's just a tiny bit over 5. I'm going to take a little tiny bit off the bottom here. Just a tiny bit. All right, that's probably a 1/16 of an inch. It's like the smallest bit I can take off of there. Okay. Now, let's just do, I call this dry fitting, where before I put glue or adhesive on anything, I like to just lay it down and make sure that everything is going to fit together like I envisioned it, right? Like I wanted it to. And it looks like that is going to be great, okay? So let's go ahead and put this together. Let me grab my favorite adhesive. It's multi-purpose glue. I love using this. Let me make sure I'm going to put it on my card correctly. I have done that, you know. I have put it on upside down or backwards. Yeah, let's not do that tonight. So anyway, I was saying I love this multi-purpose glue. It's very strong, so it takes just a tiny bit. Let me put this on. And the other thing I like about it is if you don't get it exactly where you want it, you have just a moment where you can kind of scoot it around a little bit. So it's very forgiving, as long as you don't use too much. If you use too much, then it's going to be gooshing out the sides, and you don't want that. So I try not to get too close to the edges and not use too much. So the other thing you'll see me do is the glue, I actually take it and it's touching the paper. So I'm barely squeezing this, and then I'm touching the paper, so it's almost like I'm drawing on the paper with the glue. And I have found that works the best for me. You'll see me usually start right in the middle and just start pushing the glue out. That's because just in case a blob came out, it wouldn't be right here against the edge and then make a mess when I put my paper down. So I'll start in the middle just to make sure that it's coming out just the way I want it to. And so we're drawing our glue on here. And then let's put this on. I love this paper. This makes it so easy to make a gorgeous card. It's really beautiful. And it's all because the paper is so beautiful. These colors are incredible. All right, so that's at least the start of the outside of our card. We are going to make it fancier. Let's talk about the inside of the card. This is going to go inside right here, and then this, I'm going to glue that right on top. So there's a little bit of decoration inside the card. Now, let's pause on those things for just a minute, and let's go ahead and do our stamping. So I'm going to set that out of the way. I'm going to set that out of the way. And I am going to use 2 stamps from this stamp set called Beautifully Happy. And this stamp set is also one of the items you can choose during SALE-a-bration this month and through February. And this stamp set you can get with your $100 product purchase. It's so pretty. I love these flowers. I love it. All right, so tonight I am going to use Sending Happy Thoughts. I'm going to use this stamp, Sending Happy Thoughts, for a very happy birthday. So this is what I'm going to do. These are clear acrylic blocks. You remember back in the day when all of the stamps came permanently attached to a wood block? Gone are those days, thank goodness. So you just have some of these acrylic blocks, different sizes to accommodate different size stamps. And then when I look inside here, my stamps are just sticking. They're photopolymer, they're clear. They're just sticking to the plastic of my case like that. And so whatever stamp I want to do, I just pull it off and put it on my block. Now these two are bright pink because I have been using them. And I've been using them with purple and with pink and red ink. So the ink will stain them, but that's okay. It doesn't affect the way that the stamp is used. It's not going to transfer any color to any of your other projects. So, and then you notice a couple of these stamps are not here because they're going to be used at a project coming up this weekend on Saturday. And Julie Baum, my friend, many of you know her, and I are going to have a spring catalog launch party. A new spring catalog just came out. And so we're having a party to celebrate that. And one of the things you can do if you come to the party is make a card. And you would be making a card with this stamp set. You'll love it. Absolutely love it. So be sure and let me know if you're coming so we can be prepared. So these are the 2 stamps I am going to use. So I'm just going to peel that off. And I'm just going to put it on my block. Put it on my block here. There we go. And it just sticks on there. See? Easy peasy. Then this is the other one I want to use. And I'm going to just lay it on here like that. So those are ready. Now I need some ink. So tonight I am going to use Mossy Meadow ink. This coordinates with our card base. It's the same color. I'm going to open that up. And I want to stamp part of the sentiment here, Sending Happy Thoughts. So that's going to go on here. And let me see if I have any scrap paper just so I don't do something to mess up my nice work surface here. Yes, okay. I like having scrap paper around when I'm stamping. So where is Sending Happy Thoughts and then for a very happy birthday? Okay, Sending Happy Thoughts. So I am just going tap, tap, tap straight up and down. And I can look at that and decide if I have enough ink. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to go straight down and I'm going to hold it for just a few seconds so the ink can transfer to that cardstock. And there we go. Sending Happy Thoughts. Very easy. I'm going to set that aside, actually over there, well out of the way so I don't put my finger or a piece of my cardstock or something else in it. And I'm just looking through the stamp to see if there is ink evenly on my stamp. And that looks good to me. So here we go. I'm going to put that down there. And again, I'm just going to hold it for a few seconds so the ink can transfer for a very happy birthday. You know what? I don't love that because I didn't hold the stamp evenly. So guess what? 2 sides. It doesn't bleed through. I'm going to stamp on the other side. This part will be glued down. No one will ever know, okay? We always say the cardstock has two sides, and that sometimes is a really good thing. I'm going to do a practice run right here. There we go. Of course, that one looks great. Let's see if I can do that again, right? Let's see if I can do it again. Okay. Move my cardstock down a little bit, and let's see if I can get it right this time. Talking and stamping at the same time is not my forte, but we got it. We got it. We got it. Okay, so let me put this stamp pad. There we go. Put the stamp pad out of the way. Now, I can go ahead and move this. We don't need that right now. So I'm going to take this and glue it on right here. Nice little trim for the inside. Let me grab my glue. And put a little on there. There we go. And this will go right here. Now this is just kind of arbitrary. I didn't measure it or anything. I'm just looking at it and saying, that's where I like it. So let's put it there. Okay. Wow, it's coming along, right? And here we go. So this was the ugly one I did. So no one will know, just us, right? We're the only ones who will know. Okay, let's put this down. I'm going to double check one more time to make sure that I'm putting it in correctly, going the right direction. And then when I have something with white cardstock, after I've stamped, I don't like to take my fingers and rub it down because if I have a little bit of glue, if I have a little bit of ink on my fingers, then I can get it on that nice white cardstock, and that would not be good. So I flip it over and then press on the back. Okay. We're almost done. Now I'm going to take this little oval and I'm going to put a little glue on the back of it, and we're going to adhere it to this scalloped oval. And again, with the glue, I love it because I can move that around just a little bit if I need to. Turn it over, press it down, and then this, let's see, I think I'm going to put it right about there. And I'm not going to glue it down. I'm going to use something called dimensionals. This, the sheet's almost gone. I've used almost all of them. But they're little hexagons, right? That's a six-sided figure, a hexagon. And you see, I just pulled it off there, and it's sticky on the back. There's also a paper on here that we will pull off in just a minute, but I'm going to stick that down on there. Let me grab another one. And we're going to stick it on here too, just like that. Then I'm going to peel off this backing. And then we can put this on our card. I think I'm going to settle for right about there. Right about there. All right. And that would be lovely, right? That would be gorgeous just to give it to someone just like that. But I thought, let's try making it a little more exciting, right? So this is just a piece of linen thread. I bought this out of the Stampin' Up! Annual Catalog. And let's see if I can. I'm going to attempt here to double it over and then make a bow, tie a bow. So it'll look like a little double bow. I really like that look when I'm using something really fine like this linen thread. So let's see if I can do it, right? Trying to tie a bow on the video is not my best skill. Okay. I think we're gonna make it though. So I'm just holding the little knot in the middle between my thumb and my finger so it doesn't just, when I'm pulling the tails and trying to make my bow a little bit smaller. Can you see that? Not bad, Cheryl, not bad. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna trim these tails in a minute, but right now I just wanna think about where I want my little bow to go. I don't know, I'm feeling like over here is where I want it. Now, do I want it on top of there? Or do I want it down here? I guess I'm going to put it right here. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. All right, so it would be kind of difficult to get this on there with the multi-purpose glue. So I am going to use, here they are, glue dots. So I've got this roll and it has these little round discs, adhesive discs. I'm going to use my take your pick tool. It's got a little pointy end right here. And I'm going to, I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but I'm basically folding that over because the knot on my bow is quite small. And so I'm going to take this and I'm just going to put it right on here. And then I'm going to press my bow right into that glue dot. And then I can use my little pick tool here to move that around. There we go. And I'm just pressing and just making sure that I've got my bow and the little glue dot right where I want it. Great, yay, love it so far. All right, let's trim these tails off. Now you can leave them long if you like that. I just usually like mine to be shorter. I don't know. I like the look when they're shorter. So there we go. That is super cute. Sending happy thoughts. So now we can leave it at that. Actually, let me just hold it up here so you can see it. Sending happy thoughts. That is so sweet. I love it. The other thing I thought we might do, I pulled out some adhesive backed sequins. And these are a kind of this, I don't know, maybe it's raspberry, rich raspberry color that's in here with these flowers. And I was thinking about putting a few of these on here just to brighten it up a little bit, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. I'm kind of feeling like that little bow is all we need. And if I start blinging it up too much, it's going to lose its charm. So I'm going to set that aside. That's kind of unusual for me. I usually like the bling. But tonight, I think I'm just going to go with this. Sending happy thoughts for a very happy birthday. So if you were here last Monday and you got one of these little kits to go, take a picture of what you made and post it as a comment on the video. I would love it if you would do that. All right, so that's that. Now let me show you, because I did have a couple of these kits left over and I already had put together one as a card. So let me show you that card. So that one I did use some bling. They weren't the same sequins as the ones we were just looking at, but similar, right? Similar. So again, we've got this Mossy Meadow card base. And then instead of making a frame with this piece of designer series paper, I turned it and just kind of had it be, I don't know, a layer behind this with the beautiful flower wreath on it. And I did say sending happy thoughts. And then I have these little sequins. And on the inside, for a very happy birthday. And you see here, I have a wider strip because I used the paper differently. I actually had a bigger scrap. This one, remember, this was the scrap. That was the entire scrap, and we put it in here. This one, I had a bigger scrap, and actually the scrap was even a little bit bigger than this. So I didn't want the scrap to cover up that much of the inside. We do want a place where we can write to our friend, right? But it is wider than this one, and so I just brought it all the way down to the bottom. And I put for a very happy birthday in the middle, and over here, I put it up in the corner. So, using the exact same materials, 2 different cards. Please tell me which one you like better. Did you like my first try or my second try better? Which one is the best? So I would be interested in hearing what you have to say. All right, so just a reminder, this coming Saturday, let's see, what day is that? Today is the 16th. 21st. Saturday is the 21st, is the catalog launch party. It is in Wildemar. So if you're local, I would love for you to come. So just send me a message or comment below so I know that you're coming, and I can give you some particulars about exactly where it's going to be. And it's going to be like a come and go open house style for a couple of hours, 11 to 1 o'clock. And you'll be able to make a beautiful card, and you're going to see lots of examples of items from the new spring mini catalog. Let me bring it over here. There's the cover, the new mini catalog. And there are some gorgeous things in here. So you'll be able to get a catalog, see lots of sample projects for that. And then also, it is SALE-a-bration. I have a SALE-a-bration brochure here somewhere, and I've already talked about that a little bit, but that's how you earn free items when you make $50 or $100 product purchases. So lots of things that you can earn for free, stamp sets and paper. So I hope that you will come. If you are not local, but you would like to have a SALE-a-bration brochure or mini catalog, please let me know. I would be very happy to send that to you. And also, if you're not local, I just want to remind you that we do have online events. Twice a month, I do a Zoom event. Once would be a mystery stamping, and the other one is a craft and chat where you can bring any project that you want to and work on that. The mystery stamping is so much fun because I give you clues and you put together a project, and then we show them to each other at the end, and everybody's is a little different, and it's a great way to get inspired. One other thing I'm noticing here on my desk, when I made this first card, I did prepare an envelope for it. So this is a white envelope, right? But on the back, I used some of the same paper from that designer series paper package and decorated the flap here. So very pretty, very pretty. I can't wait for somebody to have a birthday so I can send them that card, right? All right, thank you so much for watching tonight. If you like the live, let me know, because I am thinking about doing more little lives like this. So be sure and leave me a comment below. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching the replay, let me know that as well. And I will see you again very soon. Bye-bye.